Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. I'm done with Frost. And we're getting a little rotty tonight. Isn't that right, Tim? He said it's right. Now, I know it's been a while, guys. And it has been a while. We've went from one side of the United States to the other. And here I am in the pit of despair, bringing you a haul vid. I know, it's not a Rod episode, but good things come to those who wait. And first off, we crack the beer. Second off, we cheers to Mr. Tim Allen here in the corner. That's what I'm looking at. And we're pouring up a Brut? It's like the stuff that Home Alone puts on his face. IPA, extra dry. Let's just fucking pour that right in there and get started with a year's worth of hauls. It's been a very dry year, but we got to wet the whistle somehow. Starting off with the very final episode of Star Trek TNG. Now, I have watched many a season of this show, but I've never tied up the show. And I figure the best way to do that is with the Laserdisc. So I picked this up in preparation for the Picard TV show that will be coming out very soon, within the year. This year. So that's a good buy. Take a little sip of this first. Spicy stuff. Next up we have American Kickboxer 2. Didn't know there was American Kickboxer 1. Gotta find the initial pressing of this because this one's sealed and it will forever stay sealed until I find an original of the first one. Moving on, we have Find the Fawlty Towers, a very enjoyable BBC comedy from the 80s with none other than John Cleese. This is the entire show, I believe, packed onto, I think, 5 sides. So it says 400 minutes, or 368 minutes here on the back. And this is a 70s show. I apologize for that incorrect information. It's a big, thick set. I found it for $2. And I gotta say, I watched it and there were some surprising bits within. So I highly recommend it. Next up, we have a music disc US Peter Gabriel collection of videos. I bought this in a lot on eBay and haven't popped it in quite yet, but these are always fun to put on the old TV when you're cleaning or just hanging around the house. Have them around as a welcome thing. So, yeah, big fan of the man himself, Pete Gabe. Petey Gabe's here. Mr. Saturday Night. Can't go wrong with everyone's favorite William Crystal. Castle Rock, directed by Billy Crystal himself. So you know it's good. Mr. Saturday Night is a sensational event, as it says on the back. We'll see about that, Mr. Crystal. First night. We've all had a first night, and we've all had a last night. And on this night, I will end up passing on the first night. Mainly because I don't have 3 hours to spare. But you got Richard Gere in it. He doesn't like the Gear Man. Let's shift into gear to Blown Away. Get that glare out right out of the way. Blown Away. Devastating thrill a minute. Stop your heart thriller. Whoa. Double thrill. Easily one of the year's best. Jeffrey Lyons. Of Jeffrey Lyons Den Radio. Okay. Sounds pretty cool. Enjoy that. Now this one I watched not too long ago, and it had a scene in it where Mr. Nick Cage beats the shit out of a guy while listening to a cassette tape on a boombox. And the boombox is probably the coolest part. It steals the show in that there's a flip-up screen. Plays a massive part in the film. So thank you, JVC, for that. Or Panasonic, I believe. So this is a classic television collection, The Golden Age of Television, by Rhino Home Video. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 made-for-TV films. Requiem for a Heavyweight, Marty, No Time for Sergeants. Yep, that's Sergeants. Day of Wine and Roses. So I haven't popped this in yet. These are always fun to have around for when you have exhausted your 600 Laserdisc collection and can't seem to find anything else. You have the classic television collection here. I think there's a cameo by our friend and Lord and Savior Delbert Mann. This was a favorite for everybody who was a kid in the late 80s and early 90s. Land Before Time. They made a metric ton of these, but it all started somewhere, as it tends to. And it started with the first Land Before Time. Now this one came out in '89. Picked it up today. And I'm excited to finally watch it, relive the film that I haven't seen since I was a wee one. Now, changing gears and drinking beers, we have Frankenstein. And this is the made-for-TV adaptation of Frankenstein with Patrick Bergin and Randy Quaid in it. You may know Randy Quaid from I Can Only Imagine. Or maybe that was a different Christian film. Regardless, he's not Christian in this film. So saddle up and ride, partner. Next up we have Rolling Thunder. Another find from a LaserRot Laserdisc haul on eBay. Don't know much about it. Apparently, though, it's tough, complicated, and explosive, with none other than William Devane of Marathon Man. You may know him from Coach, and written by Paul Schrader of Taxi Driver fame. Okay, moving on. This cover didn't really age too well, and part of the reason why I picked it up was because of them towers. This is an HBO-produced film with the worst Batman here. And I'm excited to watch it, mainly because I don't really understand what's going on. But HBO did some interesting stuff in the early 90s and late 80s, so it'll be a fun watch at some point. Now this one I'm excited for. I'm going to watch it very soon, which is Parasite with Demi Moore. Looks to be a budget release, I guess, released by Shadow Entertainment there. Let's peek in, yeah. Shadow Entertainment, a producer, distributor I've never heard of. First time I've ever heard of it. I love the tagline here in the back, where gas costs $40 a gallon. Been there, done that. And this one, who could not love Weekend at Bernie's? Now, I have actually not seen Weekend at Bernie's 1. I've only seen Weekend at Bernie's 2. So this is going to be a treat to see where it all began. Weekend at Bernie's. Classic, The Thing. Can't live your life without The Thing. And welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? That is right. Nickelodeon's finest pair of comedians, Keenan and Kel. Now, you may know Keenan from a little thing I like to call All That. And you may know Kel from a little thing I like to call All That. And together they teamed up to make one of the greatest Nickelodeon films of all time. That Nickelodeon film of all time is Good Burger. It's about a couple of friends who decide that they need to make burgers. So they open the Good Burger. Okay, moving on. We have the Mean season. Don't know much about it. I picked it up because there was a phone here and you couldn't pass it up. Next up we have Back to the Beach. Is that Paul Rubens I spy? Do I spy Paul Rubens? That's right. Paul Rubens and Gilligan. And a dog. I don't know who that is. Or that. But we'll soon find out one of these days. Now this is quite an addition to the collection. Despite already having it, thanks to Cleves Donegan, I now have the American copy of it. English. That's right. Mario Brothers movie. So we're going to do a back-to-back-to-back LaserRot review and compare and contrast between the best version of Super Mario Brothers, the movie. It's a blast. Oh, Fat Beach. This one is really going to define your dreams when it happens. Fat Beach. Look at this guy. Post it up. It's going to be a great film. Huggy Hopkins in it to win it. Top Gun. I'm pretty sure that I've... this is my third or fourth copy of Top Gun. Everyone loves Top Gun. The Long Riders. Yeah, I don't know much about the Long Riders. Black Robe. The Arrival. Now, this isn't the Arrival that came out with the dude who was in those Marvel movies. This is the Arrival, the original Arrival. And a little excited for it, just a bit. An extraterrestrial event triggers Jesus, a strange transformation of the 73-year-old Max Page. We'll find more. We'll find out more on that. This was also a gift from a pal. Flashpoint. Chris Christopherson. Treat Williams. Excited. It's going to be a real treat. Real treat. Interceptor. You know, rumor has it, I knew someone who knew the person who helped design this plane. Can't tell you more. Sworn to secrecy, but it did happen. Schindler's List. You'll see me making out with the wife to this film very soon. Coming up. Coming right up. Now, we're quickly rounding out the piles here. And I want to say I appreciate every single one of the fandom here who has stuck around during the dry season. And I'm excited to say that there is more rot on the horizon. If you have ever enjoyed a Laserdisc, you will enjoy the collection I have coming up in Season 3, I think is what it is. We'll call it Season 4. Fuck it. Season 4 coming up soon. Oh, there's YouTube. Alright, so rounding it out, we have Final Analysis with another Richard Gere vehicle with Kim Basinger. Oh, and look who we have down there. A baby Uma. Alright. We have a Cruise Kidman vehicle here. Far and Away. Not Fly Away Home, unfortunately, but we'll see. It's a wife movie for sure. Ooh, another wife movie. The Way We Were. What can you say about a movie that has 2 winners of the Academy Award in 1974? Best Song and Best Score. That's pretty good. Who did the music here? Let's find out. Ooh, it doesn't say. Hit me up in the comments. Oh, wait, here, it's on the front. Music by Marvin Hamlish. Okay, cool. Good job, Marv. Jefferson in Paris. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is about Thomas Jefferson hanging out in Paris in an alternate dimension. And finally, a weird way to finish this up, a National Geographic video. Now these are strangely calming. You wake up, you're not feeling 100%, it's a weekend, you had a fucking hard night. You pop this in, it'll take you home. I guarantee it. It took me home before. And here I am coming from the fort. We're here in the moat, in the fort, in the shitbox. Donovan Frost signing out. I promise you more is to come. Stay tuned. And I love you. Oh, fuck.